What's up, everybody? Happy Friday once again. Same day, same bad channel. How's everyone doing this week, man? Waiting for Katie to get in. Saw we got Silly in the chat. How you doing, Silly? Hope you're having a good week so far, man. Hey, there's Katie. You got me, Kitty? Kitty.
Hey there, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. Can you hear me?
Awesome.
Hey, can you hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Thank you.
You're kind of quiet, though.
Hey, Emma.
Mm-hmm. I'm fixing my headphones, though. Say something.
Gotcha. Check.
There we go. I got you.
Oh, check.
I got you.
Cause I got you,
You're gonna get us copyright struck. What is that? Silly
yeah.
is in the house.
Heck yeah, thanks for joining, Silly. Yeah, we got a multitude of fuckery tonight, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Don't you just love that title? I'm proud of that title. I like that one. I got some creative skills every now and then. Not just all corn husk, you know. So, alright, we're gonna open it up. I know we don't typically do this. Oh shit, we're copying. But yeah, don't normally do this, but we're gonna start off with a song that I think is fucking appropriate as hell. What do you think, Kitty?
Agree.
Yeah, we want to see a little Upchurch to kick it off tonight. Let's do it. Fucking badass song, man. Fucking badass. Kitty, check me on the audio. Is that audio good, Kitty?
It is. It's a little scratchy. Yes.
Just let me know up or down.
Trying to keep up with the staying dry from milestones, so we soak up skies blue. For what it's worth, just remember I run with no pretenders. So if you do not love me tender, probably cause the vengeance cut the rope of the ones trying to hang the wrong bitch. Leave a lot of silence for them down singers. Many lyrics unfinished, and if I was not given a position in the rest is to be the ambulance. Without a dollar to my name, the song remains the same. Can't mistake what the singing that I sang. Music said, baby, kill it. Kinda want a man with 6 strings, 6 rhymes. Got the 6 until they get you. Give a dozen rebel.
Appreciate you, Silly. Thank you, man.
If you play it and they love it but won't sell it, Music City makes it count. That's a record you ain't heard. Music City makes a killing. That's a record you ain't heard. Music City makes a killing. I don't pull strings, I just pick and turn my love to hateful mention. Then the meaning of a critic, then you hand her in a beat. Well, some folks got
Let me know if that's better, guys.
to liberate dispute. So searching non-existent, never left you calling missing. My hits are when I feel them and they hit you.
Fucking love that part.
The highwayman we cherish lived along some dark condition. The rebels never rebelled, they were slaves that didn't make. Be the storm that made the town burn the bridges.
out, Uncle Bang. Fuck yourself.
Music said it made a killer. Kinda want a man with 6 strings, 6 rounds. Got you 6 until they get you. Give a dozen rebel roses to the ones who won't surrender. If you playing and they love it but won't sell it, Music City makes a killer. Music City makes a killer. It's a record you ain't heard. It's a record you ain't heard. Music City makes a killer. That's a record you ain't heard.
Fucking hits your soul, man.
Music City makes a killer. Every song I've got is empty. Everything is bitter and whiskey. Spending time down the waste. And you know it's too expensive. Put the truth inside a bottle so the label owners hear me. Want a song to be a problem. Look at the last bottle with me. I think the next night's guilty. Reminds me of the man. It's my judgment on her actions. All the actions on my head. And I said, Music City makes a killer. But the city's my spirit. Printed on my birth certificate. I'll be Lucius till heaven descends. I'll be the rhythm now. No, they ain't getting it.
Damn that guitar.
Chief Whitley was with us still home just after noon today. At this point, his death is a mystery.
Gives me goosebumps.
Fuck yeah. And you know, like, I love all different types of music. Rock, metal's my shit. Especially guitar, man. I fucking love guitar. I listen to some of the greats, man. Petrucci, Satriani, Vai, just so many of the greats, man. And I mean, yeah, dude, Satch can make any emotion, any feeling, any thought come out without any words in that guitar of his. But, it doesn't have to always be complicated. That's the thing. That shows you right there. That guitar was so simple, but no one else in the world can play it like he did.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's going to play those simple notes differently. Even if they try their best to imitate it, it's going to be different because the soul that they're putting into it, the emotion, everything is different. And that right there is what makes fucking music, dude.
I agree.
But yeah. Hey, Milkman, how you doing? But, yeah, no, I mean, that was some good, Oh, okay, I see, man. Okay, so you're fucking around then, man. I thought you were legitimately here to fucking, like, hang out and shit, but you know what? If you're gonna be like that, man, then you get the boot, too. Anyway, like I said, multitude of fuckery, man. It's happening right here before your eyes, man. So yeah, there's actually something else I wanted to put up real quick.
What you
So
want to put?
tonight's episode, like I said, literally multitude of fuckery. But we're talking about podcasters, we're talking about internet life, internet culture, social media, and we're going to go into some specific parts. But before I say any more, let me get a little something pulled up here. Who here knows what this is?
Did you ever post that? You didn't post it, did you?
Not yet.
Okay.
But yeah, Boys Club. Matt Fury. I believe that's how you say that fucker's name. Has anybody ever seen this before? Anybody know what it is? Anybody familiar with it? Maybe read it? Maybe you've never seen this before. But maybe you recognize one, two, maybe more characters? I give you a hint. Look at the frog, and it's not Kermit.
Right.
Actually, a lot of you might know the blue dude, too. Hey, you know what, Dylan? You're speaking some truth right there, man. And you're speaking on a level exactly where we're going with this episode. Dylan said, I can tell you one thing, it's always better to have your circle small and close, because I'm done being friends with freaking jerks that want to manipulate and belittle me.
100%.
You know, dude, like, think back to high school, man. In high school, if anybody's seen the, has anyone, alright, hold on. Has anyone seen our fucking promo? Fucking, what was that movie, Mean Girls, Kitty?
Yeah, Mean Girls.
Yeah, Mean Girls, and then My Clips, Napoleon Dynamite, and fucking Hank Hill. Dude,
Yes.
for real. You know, like the part is like, I can't blame you too much. A man can only take so many wedgies before he has a breakdown.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, some of these motherfuckers have had way too many wedgies in their life, man. It's like straight up castrated them, man. Like, there's actually a nerve, guys, down in your groin there that can make you sterile if it gets hit in the right spot. Like, that's why men, we stand up on the bicycle, man. Like, yeah, you can hit that spot, dude, and it can buck you up, man. But I think that's what happened, man, with the wedgies, man. It just hit that nerve, just sterilized, man. At least I hope so. Definitely don't need these fucking mental illnesses like fucking going anymore, man.
Right.
That might sound harsh, dude, but for real, man, these people are they're dangerous. Their thought process, the way they do shit, what they're about, they're fucking dangerous. And anybody who says that a pedophile should not be sterilized, there's something wrong with you, man.
Mm-hmm.
Me personally, I say they be castrated, then they get the guillotine. Let them get a fraction of what they've dished out in the world. But that's just my opinion. Yes, Dylan, you hit the nail on the head. Pepe the Frog.
Mm-hmm. I'm
But yeah,
sorry.
man, you gotta keep that circle small, man. Like anyway, like I was saying with high school, Dylan. In high school, dude, you get the cliques and you get the people who are like, oh, you only have a couple friends. Well, you're not popular and you're not cool enough to like hang out and be part of the group. Like, okay, well, I've got like 5 friends that were fucking solid, and you've got like 50 friends that all hate you and talk behind your back and would fuck you over at any fucking second that benefited them.
Right.
So I don't care about your numbers. Numbers, once again, everybody is always like, oh, numbers. My numbers are bigger than yours. My numbers better than yours. Man, you have no room to talk. You ain't got the numbers. So if somebody who like came on the YouTube with like some groundbreaking revelation or like discovery or something, came on the YouTube, brand new, created an account and said something like really like incredible that changed the world, like it would mean less because he didn't have the numbers yet. And all of a sudden once he gets the numbers then it means something. So in other words, you seek validation from people. You seek validation from others. That's the problem. You're seeking validation from people. People you don't even know. Even if you do know them, have you ever like stopped and like weighed it out and was like, hey, do these people's opinions really even matter to me? Like, seriously. Like, guys, we've been at this how long, Kitty? How long have we been doing this? Like a year?
Ooh,
Like a year? Well, not the
um,
podcast, but we've been doing videos and shit for about a year now.
yeah, almost.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And guys, like, how many subscribers do I got? Let me look here. 138. 138, dude. Am I discouraged? Do you see me doing less shit because I've only got 138 subscribers?
Right.
Like, who gives a fuck? Numbers don't mean shit. I don't care if you've got millions. That doesn't mean anything about your integrity, about, you know, how factual what you say is, how much weight your word carries. None of that, dude. I mean, when you can buy bots, those numbers begin to become meaningless. So let me put it to you this way. So a lot of these people who have chosen to stand against Creek Squad, for example, like they talk about like this brainwashing and they talk about, you know, like how they believe in like, you know, this MAGA shit and they're, you know, these hardcore patriots and all that, man. I stopped associating myself with MAGA a very long time ago because I'm not MAGA. I don't want anything to do with MAGA, man. I don't I don't like a lot of the people I've seen in like social media communities and shit like that who claim that shit. I see a lot of fucking fakes is what I see. Now don't get me wrong. I support Trump and I am a fucking libertarian. I do not choose between one of the two fucking, you know, mega parties. Don't do that shit. And I'm a patriot. I love this country. I'll die for this country. I don't need to claim MAGA to be a patriot. So, you know, a lot of these people who claim MAGA are hypocrites. They say and do the very thing that they supposedly stand against. So when you can already see hypocrisy in somebody, how can you think so very highly of them? Kitty, you've been kind of quiet. I'll let you jump in there.
Can you repeat that last question because I was doing
It
something else.
wasn't really like a question. It's kind of rhetorical.
Oh,
Like
okay.
I was saying, like if the other side you displays hypocrisy,
Mm-hmm.
then how can you like hold them so highly? How can you believe what they say? How can you
So
think their word is gold? You know.
because well, there are a couple of different things to that, I believe. I believe some of these people that are in those specific chats of these liars and these hypocrites are actually the same themselves. These are the people that you meet in real life that you can't trust them as far as you can throw them. They're the people that you work with that they talk about every single other person around them, their own family, their own husbands, their own wives, their own kids, and they will stab anybody else in the back that they work with. Um, but at the same time, these are the same people also that will be a hypocrite about it. Like, let's say, okay, all right, they're calling out this coworker because, oh, well, Freddie, he left early on Friday. He left at, 4:45 instead of 5 o'clock. All right. But they're the same ones that go and sneak out at like 4:30 and don't expect anybody to say anything. See? See, that's exactly what I'm
Oh,
talking
yeah.
about. So
And
it
we've
depends.
all
There,
worked with somebody
there's,
like that.
there's that, right, that actually are just like these people. So they see nothing wrong with it. I'm going to put this to you in a spiritual way. Demons like demons that mesh well with, it's like similar demons. Okay? So usually the people that mesh well, even in high school, like Mean Girls, for example, they were all like kind of shitty. Those popular girls, right? In that movie, they all meshed well together. This is what I'm
Yep.
talking about. Okay. So you have that group. And then you have another group that may not keep up with stuff as often and just thinks that they're supporting the right thing. Like they believe the lie that, Adam Calhoun is a true patriot. And just because he sings political songs and makes all of his YouTube videos about how conservative he is, that they will turn a blind eye purposely, on purpose, to anything else that man does or says because he's conservative.
But see, these are the same
And they
people.
continue to buy his CDs. They will continue to buy his albums. They will continue to do all that just because he's conservative. Conservative.
And that's the thing. Look, these people that support him and fucking Hogface over there, like, dude, they'll be the first ones to say, "Oh yeah, look, another government psyop, another government psyop." But you don't see the one right in front of you in this little goon squad of yours, or
Right.
fucking hangover gang, whatever. Like,
Hmm.
yeah,
Hmm. And then you have the other people that just they're gullible and they want to believe, and so they purposely, like, you could tell them till you're blue in the face and show them videos of what this man says and how he makes fun of Southern people, even whenever he's not even from the South, including his favorite little podcast dude. You know what? You want to go ahead and say hillbilly one more time? Derogatorily say it? This, you are part of the problem of what America looks at the South like. You and I have done videos on this. They want to take the South out. You know why? They want to take the Southern people out, or the people that think like the Southerners. You know why? Because they can't control us and they know it. And you're over here making fun of Southerners. Adam
which you
Calhoun and
supposedly claimed you were.
your little YouTube stop that you like to do.
Well, look at me, I wear camo, I'm country. I got a couple trees in my yard. I'm
Yeah, but
country.
he's from Chicago. He ain't
Yeah.
country. Like, it'd be different if, like, he would admit that he's not country. Say, hey, no, I am from the North, but I have it in my heart, and he actually shows that, but he doesn't. He acts
Like,
like a freaking thug, a
yeah,
field
dude,
rapper from mainstream.
Because, dude, he's never actually known the life. Like, look, like, we don't live on, like, big acreage, okay? We're outside the city limits. You know, we got a little bit of acreage, but it's nothing like what I grew up on. Dude, I grew up in the fucking country. I
Yeah,
grew up where we didn't have electricity. The power company said we're not gonna run miles of power lines like just for one house. So you're pretty much SOL. And we lived off a fucking generator, dude. Like,
mhm,
dude, I mean, you could walk 50 feet, jump in the fucking pond, dude.
mhm.
Yeah,
Yep.
dude, creek, spring fed pond, dude. Like, I mean, dude, you could just walk and walk. I mean, dude, like, there was nothing. Dude, snowstorms, like bad snow and ice storms, weeks before you could get to a store. Because, dude, the fucking roads were barely fucking roads anyway. Like, you know, and all the fucking up and down hills and everything to get back to the fucking main street, back to the fucking asphalt. Yeah. Like,
Exactly.
I may not live in the country right now, but you know what? I grew up. I know the life. It's part of who I am.
Hmm. Absolutely. And see, and that's another thing that brings up another group of people, which we've done a video about this too. People do not know who they are. And the reason why, these are the same people. I'm going to tell y'all, and some of y'all out there that are going to go through this video, you may get ticked off at me, but I'm trying to help you. Okay. But I'm going to tell it like it is. You cannot sit there in silence and be happy. You can't do it.
And you?
And that goes to a bigger picture of you don't know who you are. You don't know who you are because you're so busy watching TV. And okay, let me back this up. America is a capitalist country. Are we not? Yes?
Yeah.
Okay. We are a capitalist country. So
What's
everything
up, Caleb?
out there, hey, Caleb, everything out there, shows, movies, videos, even some YouTube videos now, everything out there is made for you to think like a capitalist and consume and consume and consume. That's what it is. And because you are so busy watching all this stuff and intaking everything around you, just like in Fahrenheit 451, baby, which you brought up before. This lady was so busy, his wife, at the beginning of the book, she's so busy just taking in all of these inputs around her that she wasn't quite right. These people don't know who they are because they're too busy being told what they need to do and who they need to be.
Yep.
So, with that being the case, these are the same people that can't turn off the TV. They can't walk away from their phone. They can't sit there in a field and just sit there and look up at the sky in silence.
Dude, I can find solace in every little bit of nature around me. Like, dude, like, so many people are like, oh my god, ants, ants. They all sit there right there in the fucking ground, ants crawling. Who the fuck cares? Oh, they sting you, bite you a little bit. Like, dude, I've known so many people like, oh, I got so fucking. Oh my god, you never felt pain before? Good god. Kitty here, and you can fucking see it on Instagram. Like, oh, I can't remember who it was. I know I got pictures of both of us. It might be me on Instagram, but Kitty holding a tarantula. Dude, they're gentle creatures, man. Motherfuckers will run, like, hit them on the road on purpose. Like, what the fuck's wrong with you?
Mhm.
Why? Why would you do that? Is that creature hurting you, dog? Are you that much of a little bitch that you have to, like, hurt a small innocent creature that, like, to make yourself, like, feel like a bigger fucking, like, person or some shit? Like, I mean, dude, are your stones that small? Like, you think that'll swell them up or something? Like, ooh, look at me, I could hurt something small and defenseless. That's those kinds of fucking people.
Right. Which brings me to my next group of people that watch these kind of podcasts, baby, that are influenced by these podcasts. Narcissists. I can't hear you.
Can you cut the mic that's feeding back really bad? Yeah, ambulance is there. By the way, yeah, we got the windows open. You know, like, I know people don't do that anymore either, but
Yeah, sirens. Yeah, Kayla,
yeah,
that's
they're ambulance sirens. I don't know why, but so many ambulances going down the fucking next street up all the time. Like, what is going on, man? I know a lot of people fucking, cut up around the streets out here and shit. So I don't know if somebody had a wreck or. Dylan, I saw you, man. I saw
Dylan. They're
you.
coming for you, bro. They're coming for you.
But yeah, Dylan, if you're allergic, man, that's one thing, dude. But like, if it's just like you're not even allergic, and it's just like the sting, like, man, it's just you'll be okay. It'll wear off. Like, hell, Key, you got stung by what, 2 wasps in one day?
I got stung by 4, baby. 4.
4. Holy shit. Okay, I thought it was like 2. Yeah,
No.
I mean, dude,
And
we
the
really
last
don't.
one was a male, and it was one of those yellow and red ones, so that one hurt the worst.
Yeah, and I mean, really, we try to leave them alone, man, but sometimes they just get a little too wild, man. Especially kittens and shit outside. Like, they just get a little wild, man. I hate to do it, but gotta eradicate them, man. Like, they're getting too territorial. But I mean, dude, they eat good shit. Leave it alone. They eat a lot of the bad spiders. They eat good spiders too, unfortunately. I mean, dude, we got fucking spiders crawling around the ceiling and shit. Jumping spiders, wall spiders, they're harmless, dude. They eat bugs. That's a good way, natural way to keep bugs out of your house. People are spraying fucking chemicals around and getting cancer from it, and they're like, "Oh, I'm safe from the bugs." Okay, but you just inhaled and absorbed so much chemical into your skin, and now you got cancer. Was that worth it? Just a spider. If he's not a poisonous spider, leave him be. He's not gonna hurt you. But anyway, we're getting a little off topic here. But yeah, Dylan
Yeah.
actually called it earlier. Sorry, Kitty, did you want to say something else?
No, go ahead.
No, if you had something else, go ahead.
I was going to finish what I was saying about
Oh,
narcissists.
I'm sorry. I'm
The
sorry. Go ahead.
narcissist,
Go ahead. Yeah,
the
go ahead.
group, no, you're good. The narcissist, also, that's a group within that group as well. And I can tell you by watching what little like clips or anything through social media or anything that I've watched, I can tell you that at least one of those artists is a narcissist, and at least one of those content creators is a narcissist as well. And they are attracting more narcissists because it's similar demons.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I call them incels. They're absolutely incels. I got a couple of videos on that if you guys interested more about that.
So they may not even know what that's called, what the meaning of that word means. I don't know if you want to kind of break that down for them.
Yeah. If anybody wants to know, let me know in the chat. I'll totally go over that. But like I said, Dylan got it. Do you recognize little green frog, dude? That's Pepe. Pepe coin. So Pepe coin is what they call a meme coin. It is a crypto based off of a meme. We all know what memes are. It's 2025. I can't remember. I think it is called Brett Coin. Brett is the blue guy, and there's a Brett Crypto. So, why are we talking about crypto? Why are we talking about meme coins? Let me show you something else here. So for the last couple of years, I don't know if it's .com or not. For the last couple of years, I have been investing into crypto. Now, my investments, like, I was figuring out, putting in, basically playing like penny stocks, just throwing little bits in here and there, and just kind of getting the feel of it, no big wins, no big losses kind of deal. I've learned a lot. I've learned a lot of weird shit. I've learned a lot of what to stay away from. I've learned how to see what's legitimate. I've educated myself. And some things I have seen are kind of odd, man. So I believe there are great cryptos out there. Bitcoin, Ethereum. From what I know about it, XRP, Dogecoin, of course, SHIB. Now, SHIB and Doge are considered meme coins, but just because it's associated with a meme doesn't make it inherently bad. So, what is it here? I think you should be able to sort by new. Let's see here. Sort by categories. So what I learned was that there are the good cryptos out there, the solid ones, and then there are also some very strange ones. And the amount that pop up every day is insane. Where is it? And, I see a lot of benefits of crypto, especially with the coming of quantum computing, Web 3.0, stuff like that. I do believe in that. I do think that's going to be a great change if handled by the correct people, which at this current point, I think we got a lot of the right people in place to make it happen for the, for the good. But when you have so many currencies being pumped out every day, so many. I mean, look at that. These are all new ones today. Last 8 hours, 15 hours.
Baby, you're very choppy right now.
Networks that do. Am I? It's that sharing.
Say something else?
Hold on. Yeah, it's lagging like a son of a bitch. Is that it?
What?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear
Is
you.
that better? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So, alright, so yeah, screen share is fucking making me lag. So, right there, I mean, you can see all these new cryptos coming out. There are some that are straight up scams. They have pre-sales on them where you invest money into it, which is supposed to basically be the capital that funds the coin and is the pool, what they call the pool, that more or less is where the payouts come from people who cash out on their investments. A lot of those never list. They never launch, and you're out that fucking money. They're scams. Lost a few bucks here and there, figuring it out. Nothing to freak out about. But there was one I came across, and I can't find it anymore because some die off pretty quick. They, collect their money and then they go. But there was one that was like this female frog that was like something about she was looking for love or something. And every crypto has a website pretty much, and they all give their mission statement, like what they're about. Some are meant to be like basically fuel AI. Some are basically for certain transactions on certain networks, and we'll get into that in a second. But they have something called their white paper, which explains, okay, this is how the pool works. If there's any, I forgot what they call it, but basically every holder makes a percentage of every transaction. I think it's called mirroring. But so like in the story about like what this meat coin was about, it was like this like little female frog was like looking for love, but like I can't remember the wording exactly. If I find it, I will definitely post it for everyone to see. But it was giving me some weird vibes, like some pizza vibes. I thought, I'm not fucking with this one. So Dylan said, how I know about Pepe the Frog was because of that post that somebody put up. Appears to be Peppa the Frog with a ski mask holding a pew pew, but the newsman called the Grinch. Huh. Interesting. There was a meme that was found on 4chan. Remember coming across it when somebody was doing a try not to laugh challenge. It was in the video compilation they reacted to. Dylan, you're on to something there, man. You absolutely are. We'll get to that here in a second. So, how these networks work. Like, okay, so you're supposed to be like, say one of these coins is like a currency in I don't know, virtual reality environment. I've seen some of those. So basically, the only real use of this coin is within this one platform. So, I don't know if anybody remembers Club Penguin back in the day. If anybody doesn't know what Club Penguin is, let me know. But if anybody remembers Club Penguin, let's just use that for example. Say they have a meme coin, hell, they might. Or they have some sort of crypto that you use while you're playing the game to purchase shit in the game, whatever, items, whatever, year. That's really its only purpose. That's what they say. But you can still invest into that crypto. You can pull money into that crypto. So what is crypto about? Crypto was supposed to be a secure and also anonymous way to like transact. Now, I mean, you can go onto like the Ethereum scanners and what's another one? Base scanners and all that, and you can see every transaction made on that network for any coin. So say like I want to see, who the last person to sell off their SHIB was. You can go on the network scanner and you can see, oh, okay, this wallet address. This wallet address transferred to this wallet address. Oh, okay, that wallet address is associated with, let's say Robinhood. Okay, they're probably about to cash out. This is a whale. He's got like, uh, 1 billion coins or something he's holding. That's a lot. So I know that the price is about to tank, because a big whale sale's coming. I mean, you can analyze it like that. But unless you have the time to go and trace all these wallets and see where they go and who they're associated with, because most of them you have to verify your identity, facial recognition, your face matched up with your driver's license and all that. They are tied to an identity. Just sit on that one for a second. I'm going to catch up on the comments here. Dylan said, I'm not interested in that digital currency. I don't trust it. Most of it, yeah, man, I feel the same. I absolutely do. They're trying to do away with actual money. Some of them are, man. You know, the greenback, man. I mean, that's about I think the best form of currency you could get. I miss the days of cash, man. I mean, it's convenient to be able to whip out your card, or buy something online. I'm not against bank accounts, credit cards, digital currency, or anything, online wallets, none of that, if we can implement it into a more secure environment, hence quantum computing. But, as of now, Web 2.0, which we're going to get into as well, fuck no. I wouldn't ever use my Dogecoin to actually buy anything or purchase anything. It's an investment is all it is. Let's see.
So I think
Exactly, and Dylan said it right there. I get they want people to use that type of currency, but we cannot do away with the original way. Exactly.
right.
As long as we
I
are
agree.
not getting rid of the greenback, I'm cool. I'm cool.
Mhm. I agree. So I think at this point, it's just kind of making that connection of where you're going with this and how this ties into
Oh,
everything.
yeah, it's a lot of shit. It's a lot of shit that is gonna
Right.
piece
So
together.
just
So
stay with
it's gonna
us, y'all.
sound, yeah, it's gonna sound random,
Yeah.
um, but yeah, I mean, hey, teach their own, Dylan, man. If that's not your thing, that's cool, man. That's
Right.
cool. But so a
I'm gonna
lot of
go
these
take a smoke
coins,
break, baby. Okay.
okay, a lot of these coins are fly by night, and a lot of them are based off memes, right? Okay, so the significance to memes, and Dylan brought this up in an earlier comment. Memes go all the way back to a place called 4chan. So I don't know if anybody is familiar with that, but it was an online message board. Um, basically anonymous. Anybody can go on there, be anonymous, post shit and whatever. Great concept, don't get me wrong, but it was used and bastardized. A lot of pizza shit got on there. A lot of people used it for a lot of nefarious shit. Um, and it's not just pizza, man. It's cyber stalking. A lot of people were cyber stalked because of 4chan. Been there. Been there. And of course, there's 8chan, 8con, different versions. They're all down now. Any of the MAGA people will know Q. Q was there. But, and I pointed this out before. I've showed some of the comparisons of everything. Memes are not bad in and of themselves. But there are some that are very out there, very off-putting. And a lot of those are very common. Get a couple up here. And another thing that came from places like this on the internet were, what's it called? Creepypasta, which is basically, like, there's one about The Simpsons where, like, there's supposedly this episode where Bart died and, like, the family, like, had this, like, breakdown. And, dude, I watched this supposed episode, and I'm telling you, dude, like that was some demonic shit. All the creepypasta I've seen, whether it's reading or watching, has been disturbing. Like straight up satanic, like far beyond Lovecraftian shit. Oh, let me see if I can find this one here. Alright, so if we Google 4chan meme, just something generic. And anybody, please let me know if my audio gets choppy again. Damn, silly, you are on top of it tonight, man. Dylan said, how about creepypasta? Because it was a big thing in 2012, which created a lot of these monsters that was big in like horror game stuff. Absolutely, man. So we're gonna pull some of this up, but you can see right here. Let me see. I'll have to blow that up a little bit. Like, okay, this meme, like wherever this came from, I don't even know the origin of this. But that shit's disturbing, man. We're gonna pull that one up too. Alright, so look at this one. Here's a Pepe one. Be me, go to park, sit on bench for hours because I don't have anyone to talk to. Those two beautiful women come up to me. They give me a Starbucks drink because they saw me sitting alone for hours. They leave and I never see them again. What did they mean? What did they mean this? It's not a larp. I was surprised when it happened. It seemed if you stay alone in one place long enough, people start to notice you. Alright, so this is just like random. Like I don't understand. So obviously, let's try to third eye. Get the fuck out of here, man. We ain't fucking with you all night, man. So let's just use like we did the logic games last episode. So let's apply logic here. Let's break this down. Let's use our heads. We're not necessarily saying anything here is fact. We're just spitballing, putting our heads together like people should do, and we're trying to make, to deduce what we're looking at here. So we don't understand this, right? But we know here's a famous meme character. We know obviously this is some kind of inside joke, so to speak, some sort of internet, what do they call it, like something that might be known like a small community or something, right? I mean, that a lot of people would say that's what it is, I'm sure. Could it be a code? Could it be somebody speaking and saying something without saying something? Not saying either or, just saying it's weird. So let's move on to another one here. So this guy disturbs the fuck out of me, man. It's just fucking weird. Girl asked me out for a coffee yesterday. He says, I don't drink coffee. Well, you don't have to get any. What? And just watch you drink coffee for 15 minutes. Why do I do this to myself? What?
Right.
Let's see here. Dylan said, I remember all that. Slenderman, Jeff, the Killer, the Rake. So I had no idea I had some sort of ties to something else. I just enjoyed the horror games. I like laughing at people freaking out. It was awesome.
Right.
And dude, like, man, nothing wrong with horror games, man. Like, I used to love like the old Resident Evils and shit, and Silent Hills, Alone in the Dark, the New Nightmare back in the day, man. Like, dude, I still think Alone in the Dark, New Nightmare was some of the best, like, just random, like, shadow behind you gone, like that kind of shit, like that shit was good, man. But I feel like the horror has gotten out of control. I feel like it's been out of control it's gotten out of control in Hollywood for a long time, and it started been getting out of control on the internet. And Dylan, you're good, bro, man. Kitty, she's just trying to watch hers, but no, you're good, man. We don't care. You're free speech here, man. So let's get into something weirder. The Gooner. Of course, he's got some anime here. Does anybody know what a Gooner is? Somebody who goons.
Ah.
Yeah. So if you goon, you're gooning like somebody. It's like you're obsessing over them. You're like you're fixated. You can't get enough, man. You're watching all the time. Say you might say if you're talking shit to somebody, like, yeah, man, you're fucking, gooning other dudes on the internet. You're getting more or less horned up, like that kind of thing. So, makes me think about the name Goon Squad, doesn't it? But, you know, for me, this goes into a lot of the like, the gender confusion, blue hair shit right here, man. These people who goon over, right here, anime. People who goon over other people on the internet. People who are, Kitty?
People who are liberals?
Incels. Let's go back and look at incels again. Incels, or involuntary celibates, everybody knows what celibate means, are members of an online subculture, typically heterosexual men, who define themselves by their inability to find a sexual or romantic partner, despite desiring one. There's a lot of people we see like that.
Hey, Padfit.
Hey, Padford, thanks for joining in, man. Is it actually masturbation? I thought it was like just more or less the visual fixation, but oh, actually, you know, let's be sure. So, gooning refers to the deliberate, excessive, and prolonged indulgence in a sexual practice of edging, the act of stimulating the body to the brink of orgasm, then pausing, often involving the consumption of explicit adult media in a setup called a goon cave. What the fuck is wrong with this world? The goal is to increase arousal, sensuality, and pleasure over an extended period, potentially creating a trance-like state rather than quickly reaching orgasm. A trance-like state. Okay, you want to take the biblical scripture approach to this one? Because I feel like that's just wide open right there.
No, absolutely. So, okay. That in itself, even masturbation, okay, is a form of bondage. Okay. Let me see. I'm gonna have to pull that up. Give me 1 second, baby. Because I can't read it. Okay. So.
Oh, you're good, Badfoot. You're good.
The term
We appreciate you listening.
I stay. Okay, so and these people are getting a high from it, but the thing with all of that is that they are substituting. There's a void. They are substituting that high, just like you can with drugs, just like you can with alcohol. It's a void. So you're substituting a high that you naturally would get from life, from living a blessed life that God wants to bless you with, and you're filling that void with other things.
Yep. Okay, you said it perfect. So, incels. The core identity is often fueled by feelings of resentment, hatred, and self-pity toward women, whom they blame for their loneliness. The incel ideology is associated with misogyny, extremism, and in some cases, violence. Does anybody can anybody relate that to something they're dealing with online? I'm sure a lot of you could. Sure, a lot of you could, man. I think we all can. Carolina girl, how you doing tonight? Thank you for being here. Dylan, the dopamine. Yes, people love that dopamine, man. Same with the ASMR shit, dude.
Hey,
Same
Carolina
with the
girl.
ASMR. So, right there, fueled by feelings of resentment, hatred, and self-pity towards women. So, these, what they call beta males now. Like, they're afraid to talk to women. They have this preconception of failure, and not only that, but the fear of failure. You can't have that fear of failure, man. You know, like Boom Howard teaching Bobby how to pick up ladies, man. Just go up and like ask them for the number. If they say no, move on, dude. I knew a guy, one of my good buddies, dude. He would walk up to a woman in the store and just be like, "Hey, you want to go out with me?" No, okay, hey, that's cool. Hey, walk away.
Boomhauer.
Yeah, like, dude, he would do that. Like, dude, he'd walk up, smack a girl in the ass, and be like, "Hey, can I get your number?" And dude, most of the time, like, they'd be blushing and like all giggly and like, "No, thank you." And he's like, "Okay, cool." Like, dude, nothing wrong with that. He had no fucking fear. What's wrong? Like, dude, that's how it should be. You shouldn't be afraid of women. Why are you afraid of women? Like, like, men, if anything, we are the ones who typically carry the air of intimidation of that, that presence. Not like, oh, women should be afraid, but no, just that presence that we carry as men.
Because usually most real women want a man who is strong enough, if stuff is going down, that you are going to be protected. Your children are going to be protected. That is a natural instinct within your brain, within the chemistry.
Absolutely. And, women are meant to be submissive. And by submissive, not like they're a pushover. They're meant to be submissive as, like, they listen to their man. And, like, when they say listen, I don't mean, like, abide every command either. Listen as in they respect the word of their man because they trust that man to guide them and to care for them. That is why you must build trust in a relationship, because that woman has to know that she can trust you to provide, as you are supposed to be the provider. And not only that, but the men need trust in the women, that the women will take care of the homestead, that they will do their part, that they will be faithful. We need to trust each other. But right here, you have these blue hairs that are like, well, the hot girl at school or whatever, or the hot girl, that I work with, she went out with the dude who had more muscles than me, so I'm just gonna go home and I'm gonna whack it, on the computer because I can't get a real woman and I'm gonna goon all day or whatever the fuck it is. And, I'm gonna start building this resentment towards not just other men who, because they have more testosterone, more muscle, or they don't have that fear. And they will also start resenting women because, oh, well, she wants nothing to do with me. Dog, you don't even know because you haven't fucking tried. You're setting yourself up by failure by saying, oh, well, she doesn't want anything to do with me. You haven't tried yet. And you're letting that resentment grow inside of you when you could be defeating it.
Right. And what happens with that resentment after it grows?
Dude, that shit eats away at your soul.
Yeah, but what does it do to any women they come across
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
later in life?
Yep. And right here, misogyny, extremism, and in some cases violence. Do you see how these people on the internet talk towards women? Do you see what they truly think of them?
Oh, yeah. Bragging that you've got a friend of a friend or a friend who will take your wife's picture or maybe the head off of her pictures and put her on some porn and make it look realistic, even though she's not in any of this stuff, but just simply because she's your wife? That is this kind of behavior right here.
And why the fuck would you even do that?
That is disgusting.
Like,
And that is illegal. That is illegal.
what point does that serve? Like, why would you do that in the first place? Like, what are you attempting to accomplish? Is that like a fantasy? Is that some fucked up little fantasy of yours or something? Or what is that?
Right. Right.
But yeah. But you see these kind of actions in these people. You know, I mean, dude, look at old fucking football gloves over there. Like, thinks he's fucking quarterback or some shit, dude. Like, ideology of victimhood. Incels believe they are oppressed by a society that unfairly denies them sex and romantic relationships. This sense of entitlement and frustration is a central part of their online discourse. So where's this oppression? That oppression is what they call toxic masculinity. There is no such thing as toxic masculinity, man. There's just being a dick and not.
Right. They're overcompensating.
That's all there is. Exactly. The manosphere. Incels are part of a broader online ecosystem of male supremacist movements, which includes men's rights activists and pickup artists. And that's the thing, man. They, you know, they want a world where these women are overly submissive. They want women to literally bow. They want them as more or less toys, slaves. That is what they want. Because that's the only way that being who they are and thinking how they think will ever get the action that they're looking for. Instead of fucking manning up and doing it the right way. Going up and fucking talking and, you know, overcoming your fear. They
Right.
would rather just, hey, let's just fucking start this little group and we'll just try to, you know, step on women.
Mm-hmm.
The black pill, the dominant ideology within incel communities, the black pill is a nihilistic and deterministic worldview. It asserts that one's fate in the dating world is permanently sealed by genetics and physical attractiveness, and that any attempts at self-improvement, looks maxing, are ultimately futile. Right there, you're setting yourself up for failure by telling yourself that you can't.
Mm-hmm. Well, and another thing about that, I've noticed that some of these women that could be kind of considered in this, not saying that they are for sure or not, but I've noticed a lot of these women that could maybe fit this category here of the incels, the women part of it. I don't ever see them put on any makeup, which there's nothing wrong with that. There's some people that never put on makeup. Absolutely. They don't even need it. But I've noticed like it's like they don't care about their looks at all. Like, I mean, even every day going out to the store, you've seen people like this. Used to, whenever we went to town or we went to the store, you know, you'd have clean clothes on. Whether you had makeup on or not, hey, you'd be clean. Your hair would be combed, you know? And I'm seeing now, granted, it's just a glimpse because it's social media and videos, but some of these women that can be considered within this community, you can tell don't really care about their looks.
And you see, that's the thing. Like, men seem to care more about their looks than women nowadays. That's backwards. Like, dude, I mean, like, I I present myself because, you know, man, I'm out working with like builders and shit, and you know, I have to. I mean, I can't show up not like smelling like I haven't showered in a week, like fucking looking all filthy and greasy and shit. Like, you know, I try to stay presentable, man, for work, but for the
Mhm.
most part, dude, I don't give a shit, dude. Like, my around the house shit has holes in it. You see me damn near every podcast wearing the same shirt. Most of the time, I'm not wearing a fucking shirt, dude. I don't care, dude. I'm walking around nothing but pants on outside with my fucking, legs rolled up like a fucking hillbilly, dude. I don't give a shit. I would walk around town like that because I don't care, dude. I'm not trying to impress anybody. Like, either you take me as I fucking am or you don't, and I'm cool either way. But women are, they're supposed to be the ones who have that air of attractiveness, of that beauty to them. Men are not supposed to be beautiful. Women are. Anyway, we're getting a little off topic here. So, um, Dylan is talking about MGTOWs. It says they're part of the manosphere. So it's an acronym for Men Going Their Own Way, which is an online and cultural movement whose adherents choose to withdraw from romantic relationships with women and what they perceive as a genocentric society is a faction of the manosphere. See, dude, that's the weird shit that goes on the internet. So we have Chads, which are conventionally attractive and successful men who are highly desired by women. We have the Stacys, which are attractive women who only date Chads. Incels both desire and resent Stacys, often dehumanizing them as shallow and manipulative. Those, like, dude, Howard Stern, shit like that, dude. I feel like that shit bred that. I feel like Spike TV bred and laid the foundation for this manosphere, just like Lifetime Movie Network laid the foundation for what basically became these women who are like, no, I have to have a guy who's beautiful. I have to have a guy who's got money. Oh, well, I look for all the wrong things, and now I'm in a bad situation.
Right.
Well, you know what? All men are assholes. Fuck them all. No, no. That's not helping the fucking situation.
Either which
at
way,
all.
it's bad. Whether it's from the female's point of view or the man's point of view, it's unhealthy, it's
But
unnatural.
with every movie you make on your network, it's the same fucking undertone of fuck men, they're all pieces of shit. And then Spike TV, the same underlying tone of women are sex objects.
Mm-hmm.
And we wonder why we came to the world we're at now.
Right.
Like, dude, I mean, I get, okay, there's some dude shit out there, like, yeah, like, we like to look at women in bikinis. Go buy a motorcycle magazine or something. You're gonna see some women in bikinis there. It's, dude, that's cool. But when, like, like Family Guy made fun of catching the hot dogs in their mouth. Like, seriously? And you're doing this for a boob job?
Right.
Like, guys, can we not make better content in this? Or like anybody who ever listened to a Rick and Brad, or not Rick and Brad, Lex and Terry back in the day. Like, dude, they had some funny shit, fucking, what's his name, put the icy hot in the jock strap. Like, okay, they had some funny shit, man. But, like, they constantly, every woman that was on there, hey, say panties for us. Really? Guys? Come on. Like, that's how you're getting your rocks off, listening to some random chick say panties on the radio? Can't we have something of more value? That's what we're selling to people, man.
Mm-hmm.
So, we see a lot of relation from the incels to 4chan. And I'll just kind of browse here through some shit y'all can see. We won't necessarily focus on anything.
All this stuff
I mean,
looks so dark.
yeah, like look at this one. This is another one I've always been like off put by, was this fucking little dude here. But so we made the connection between incels and like 4chan internet community. So I've talked about before Obama. Man, Obama fucked up the internet, but Obama changed the internet. More or less, people were calling it the button, man. Like, oh, Obama's gonna hit the button. He's gonna turn off the internet. He's gonna turn off the internet. Okay. then you had these people that came in and was like, haha, you're fucking wrong. He never turned off the internet. Look, it's 2016. We still got the internet. He did turn off the internet. You just didn't see it. You didn't see him turn off the internet because he put another one in its place.
Mm-hmm.
Now you might ask, well, how do you know this? Okay, anybody who studies web development or anything, I mean, hell, if you're into SEO and shit, I'm sure you might even know it. Hell, if you're into crypto, you know it. The internet as we know it is sitting in what's called Web 2.0. It is version 2.0. And what is coming next, this new age of quantum computing, of crypto and all this, is called Web 3.0. They are talking about basically changing the internet and how it works and everything, more or less. So if we're going to 3 and we're currently on 2, then right there that tells you at some point there was a Web 1.0. So when did Web 1.0 stop and 2.0 begin? Obama. When all the shit with net neutrality went down. That changed everything. We noticed that data became a problem. Everything wants your data. Everything wants you to sign up. Everything has a privacy policy. Everybody's selling your information, making money off it, and profiting off of it. Every free app that you sign up for, look at the privacy policy. 9 times out of 10, you're paying for that app with your identity, with your information, with what you do, your traffic, your activity. That's how you're paying. You're not paying in money. You're paying in your privacy. All this shit changed. All of it changed. And Web 1.0 still exists, guys. So many people are like, oh, the internet's dead. The internet died. Those people are onto something. The internet died to us, but it's still there. And you want to know what it is? It's what they call the dark net. Not to be confused with the dark web. So typically the dark web runs off of Tor servers. A Tor network, which is an acronym for the Onion router. Anybody who remembers the Onion back in the day, the website, it's still around, but it was a big deal. What they said, fake news back in the day. And Tor is great, man. Tor is a beautiful concept. It's like I said in a very early video I did. Is it a tool or is it a weapon? Everything can be made into two things: a tool or a weapon. You can use it for good, or you can use it for bad. Plain and simple, guys. It's not a heavy equation. It's so simple. Everything. So, Tor could be a great tool, but it has been used as a weapon. So, the darknet is basically the still accessible but tucked away original internet. We'll just use layman terms here. The original internet. Dark web is a network of its own. It's kind of a little more isolated, but can still be tapped into. So, if this internet still exists, what is it being used for? Does anybody remember back in the day cereal boxes? I don't know. I haven't eaten cereal so long. I really don't know. Do they still have games on cereal boxes? But back then they used to have games on the cereal boxes. And then they always had a thing on there. Hey, go to our website to check out more games. Okay, cool. Hey, I'm gonna jump on there. Oh, but hey, there's a disclaimer on the box. Remember to ask your parents before going online. Hey, internet commercial for, say, Club Penguin again. yeah, it's so cool. You can play online with your friends and everything. Hey, don't forget, ask your parents before going online. What happened to ask your parents before going online? Now, fucking 10-year-olds have iPhones and iPads. Hell, I know a guy whose daughter's like 4, and that's all she does. He has her sit there. I've seen it. Has her sit there, either watch TV or play on the tablet. That's all you fucking do. All day. After school. Or after fucking preschool. Wow. But yeah, cereal boxes, man. So, you go online. Get kids adapted to the internet, the World Wide Web. Get them used to it. Oh, remember what parents used to say? Oh, kids pick up on this technology so quick. All the parents are always like, yeah, my kid's better at the computer. I'll have my kid do this or whatever. I'll have my kid type this. How many of you had parents like that? Like, dude, my dad was writing software back in DOS days. Writing math, like educational math software for my sisters to learn on. Back when not 3.5 but 5.25 actual floppy disks, ones that were floppy, that's why they call them floppy disks. That was old shit, man. Back in the old like tape deck drives, man, where you had cassette tape and that was basically your fucking hard drive, dude. Like back in the day, Pascal and shit, dude. Delphi. So, but dude, these kids got accustomed to computers and the internet. And then guess what? They started making kids sign up. Hey, remember, ask your parents if you can do this, but sign up. Tell us your name. Tell us your birthday. Hey, we'll send you a coupon or a free toy or something on your birthday. Oh, mom, dad, please, I want the free toy. Can I put it in my birthday? Okay. All that started building a database. And then Web 2.0 switches over, and everyone's like, oh, hey, well, everybody's got smartphones now. Here, little Timmy. Here, have my iPhone. Watch YouTube. Then parents were like, hey, this is really easy. I can pacify my kids so easy with technology. I'm just going to buy them their own tablet. Well, hey, you know what? We have a tablet that's made just for kids. It's even got this big cushy bumper because kids are clumsy, right? Oh, and it's really cheap. It's like $70, man. So that way, even if your kid does break it somehow, it's only $70. It's not 1,000. It's not an iPad. And it was like, well, yeah, I'm just gonna buy this. And the next thing you know, they're buying them fucking iPads. And then every kid's got an iCloud or a Google account, and they've got accounts for this, accounts for that. They've got their email addresses. They're on these forums. And then all of a sudden, you got, these guys creeping in on these forums. These people, these predators, creeping in on the internet where these kids are. And it used to be forums, man. Forums were the big deal, man. Online forums. Kind of like, and I know what? Anybody who questions about, okay, was Web 1.0, is that really tied to the darknet? Is that the same thing? Guys, look at this. Go to the Wayback Machine, the Internet Archive. Go pull up Google, like in 1999 or some shit. Go pull up a website, Yahoo. Find a form or something, anything. HTML was very basic. We didn't have style sheets. We didn't have JavaScript. We didn't have all this shit. We didn't have these dynamic pages. Shit was flat and plain. It was simple. Still exists right here. Look, 4chan. Even though 4chan doesn't exist anymore, dude, there's still forums out there like this. Kiwi Farms is around. Anybody look into Kiwi Farms? It's actually a website where people go and they congregate to cyberbully, to dox. They all get together and they create this little bubble of hatred. And they're all like, yeah, let's fuck with these people, man. On Kiwi Farms. There's other websites like that too. 4chan. It happened on 4chan. People got fucked with, cyber stalked. Like I said, been there. Fucking been there. But, so, forums were the big deal, right? That's what the predators were.
Dylan is hitting it. You see that?
Cow play, law cow plays. Yes, that is where it came from. And anybody, even if there's not somebody who's associated with 4chan or meme culture, go look at YouTube. Look through videos. Look at the descriptions, page descriptions. You'll find that even some reactors, some people who are just do podcasts, some people who just make videos, make even their own music. They use terminology prominent in these online communities.
Mm-hmm.
It's a
Including.
language, and you must understand the language to know it's there. But when you understand the language, you can start reading it. A lot of your spam accounts, um, a lot of your little trolls and shit on your YouTube, on your social media, you'll see a lot of the same verbiage, a lot of the same talk, the same words, phrases, pictures,
Mm-hmm.
images. They'll tag you with a meme. You can get tagged with a meme, and each meme has a different meaning. But watch in some of your shit. Most importantly, TikTok, because that is where it happens a fucking lot. Like you, anything, you're anything slightly controversial to say, you'll get it. You'll get them. Depending on what you post. And what these tags are they're marking you, your account, and who you are. Either, hey, let's fuck with this guy. Or,
Mm-hmm.
hey, he's a extremist. He's a Trumpster. You know, whatever. They'll tag you in that shit.
Mm-hmm.
And only other people who understand that language will understand what is happening and going on. They will communicate. They'll talk about you. You ever been in a room with a bunch of people and you they were speaking another language and you didn't understand? You're like, I don't know what they're talking about. Yeah, it's the same thing, dude. You're standing in a room with a bunch of people and you don't understand the language. You're like, I don't know, maybe they're just talking about the weather today. Maybe they're talking about something nefarious. I don't know. You don't know until you understand the language, right? It's always funny too, especially when somebody doesn't think you understand the language and they'll say something and you're like, oh yeah? Or you just laugh, like, yeah, that's funny. And it's like, you you understood that? Like, they always get so freaked out. Like, people on the internet do the same thing, man. They get reactive.
Right.
So reactive. It's like, you didn't bust them, but they're like, what if I said something at some point and they heard it? I might be busted. What if they know, but they know I know, so they're not saying anything, and they'll start getting in their head like that,
Yep.
and then they start getting angry because
Mm-hmm.
why are they getting angry? Because they're fearful, and then
Yep.
they start fucking like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, and they'll overreact, and then they basically tell on themselves right there.
They react. They lie. They try to manipulate to get back to what their narrative is, and try to sweep everything under the rug.
Yep. See, this is just some weird shit, man. And it's
Mm-hmm.
like, like some memes are fucking funny, dude. Some are great, like, and some are just like, what the fuck? But yeah. So, look around. See what's around you, man. See who some of these people are. I almost guarantee you can start making connections. You'll start seeing that they're all part of the same community. And they do this on purpose. They 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 split everything up into all these groups and subgroups and subgroups of subgroups and so on until it's so like convoluted that you're like you don't know like the top puppet master. You don't know who's in control. They do that on purpose. But that's the thing, man. When you use your brain, logic games, man. Do the brain exercises. Look at shit. Break shit down like this, man. Make your own like decisions and judgments, man. Like never just blindly listen to us, guys. Take what we say with a grain of salt, man. Do your own research. If you come to the same conclusion, that's awesome. If you like, hey man, you got it wrong, it's actually going down like this. Hey man, hey, thanks for letting us know, man. You made a difference right there, dude. Thank you. Let's be a community about it. But don't ever fucking blindly believe us. But man, when you can break shit down and follow that path and follow the pyramid, you can get to the capstone. You just have to know how to follow the trail. All these people connect. They all connect, man. Just like the industry connects to Hollywood because they are all controlled by the same puppet master. These people are all part of that same that same string. These people are put into place for a reason. They are here to try to divide people further. They are here to try to scare people away, intimidate them. They are here to try to keep people off of what they claim is their platform because they run the internet, and say that you have no business here because they don't want you speaking truth. They don't want you studying them. They don't want you figuring them out.
No, I agree.
Yeah. Sorry, go ahead, Kitty. Anything you want to add?
No. So division is a telltale sign of bad fruit.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
bad fruit from the Bible. How can you tell a person or a podcast or whoever they may be? And that's not to say they're not human. Everybody makes mistakes. It's what they do with that mistake. So if you make a
Absolutely.
mistake and you see somebody, they make a mistake and they own up to it, and and they move on and they try not to do that mistake again, well, there you go. But it's all about looking at the good fruit and the bad fruit of people, and of the fruit that they produce on their podcast. If their podcast is just all about trashing people that come in their chat that disagree with them, or randomly bringing up an artist constantly to try to stay relevant, and just joining in on this little hatred circle of this one artist because it gives you money because you're bringing up this artist's name, that is bad fruit. Bad fruit. There are so many signs of bad fruit, you guys. And I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna bring this up to y'all. So if y'all look at Galatians 5.
And silly,
Alright.
if you want to explain that in chat, go for it. That's why.
Exactly.
Like, why? What the fuck is wrong with these people?
Right.
Taurus, hey,
Absolutely.
good to see you.
Hey, Taurus, good to see you. I haven't seen you in forever. I hope you're doing well.
Yeah.
So,
Craig's doing. Nick, what's up?
absolutely. Hey, Nick. Okay, so signs of the bad spirit. If you go to Galatians 5, sexual immorality, impurity, idolatry, sorcery, strife, jealousy, fits of anger, rivalries, dissensions, divisions, envy, drunkenness, orgies. Okay, but what's a sign of the good fruit? The good fruit is love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, self control. So you can see that that list is a lot shorter than the list for the bad fruit. But all you have to do before you go on, let's say another new podcast. I believe that we're going to see a lot more podcasts or whatever what have you that are going to come out for Lord knows how long. Okay, just keep those things in mind. Just kind of sit back and just kind of watch them. And that's not to say we're perfect. We're not saying that. But I'm just saying, sit back and watch them. Do they seem like they're kind of cocky? Do they seem like they are really, all of a sudden they have all these numbers? All of a sudden? Like that may be a little strange, right? Like they're brand new and all of a sudden they have these numbers. Think about those things. Where are they getting those numbers from? If they just started and nobody knows them within the Creek Squad community. Just think about those things. And then after they get big enough, are they constantly taking money? Are they not showing you and doing a separate video to show you this is how much we received from all these chats? This is how much that is going to the people who work with me. This is how much that's going to the donation I told you about right here in black and white. This is how much YouTube takes from all of it to where you can see. I believe everybody should be held accountable in that way. Just like a church is, you should be doing that. Just like, if you're doing your own YouTube and if you're actually going to take money, nothing wrong if you take some money, okay? As long as you're not doing it for like, me and Stonerman are doing this for free. We take time out of our week every Friday to go over stuff like this. We don't mind it. We're trying to help people. Even if we got big enough to monetize, we wouldn't monetize for it. But let's say something like, okay, we made our own homemade salsas from vegetables from our garden, right? Like just for example, yeah, we would sell those. Some people, okay, I want to buy some. Okay, they get the product. They know exactly how much it is, and we can give them a receipt.
Yep.
But these other people accepting money just because, they should be like a church and show you where all that money's going. And if they have a problem doing that and people asking them for that, there's something fishy going on.
Yeah. And Taurus, so sorry to hear that, man. Sucks losing people, man. But I'm sure she's in a better place now. That's all that matters.
I'm so sorry, Taurus.
Yeah. But no, never be sorry for missing us. Life comes first, always. So real quick, I don't know. Let me see. All right, so this is basically what we've covered so far. Kid, you see anything I'm missing? Kind of the general connection to it.
I think so, yeah. Mm-hmm.
So, missing space here. This is punchline. So, we started with memes, right? By the way, Boys Club, it is a animated like comic more or less created by this guy named Matt Fury that has a lot of adult themes to it, and some shit is pizza. Yeah, it's fucking pizza. And that is why I'm tying that to um like all of this, the pedo shit and everything. So we got the memes, which come from 4chan. 4chan, part of both Web 2.0, Darknet, Web 1.0, right? Let me get this a little bit closer, guys. My bad. So, from there, we were talking about the cereal boxes back in the day, man. Kids getting online, even the commercials and everything. Let me add something here. Club Penguin. So, kids would get online, and the predators, they used the forums, right? Forums were a part of, actually, yeah, both, so they're kind of the center of it all. The forums, man.
Mm-hmm.
The forums connect to both versions of Web 1.0, 2.0. So, once kids used the forums and got accustomed to computers, technology, the internet, parents, like I said, saw the convenience of technology. So, smart devices, social media. How many kids have social media? Accounts on everything. We're talking about apps, games, iCloud accounts, Google accounts, emails, all that.
100%.
So, say this, we'll call this 2008 to about 2016. So, from 2016 to now, what exists right here? Where does that lead to?
That's actually the most legible I've seen your handwriting.
I had a little spot up there. So, I'm going to show it like this one more time. We're finding and solving for this. This is just my logical deduction from everything I've researched, seen, dug into, all of that.
Mm-hmm. It's too quiet right now. Are you writing a novel, Dave?
Just trying to be legible.
Ah, ha, 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 ha. Bring it up a little bit. Up more. There you go.
Oh, I'm getting there.
Y'all see that? Dude, this stuff is
One more time.
trippy.
If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But I know I'm at least a little bit right. But wise men said, I am wise because I know nothing. I will question myself. I will break this down. I will pick this apart. I will try to find every way that I could be wrong about it. Because that's how you find out if you're right or not. When you have a theory, that's how a theory goes from theory to law, is
Yeah.
because you break it down. You try to disprove it.
Mm-hmm.
You work to disprove it. When you're trying to make something better, you try to tear it down to make it stronger. So I will absolutely pick this apart, and I will find everything I can wrong with it until I am confident sealed up every avenue of where I could be wrong at. I've proven everything. I've gotten some sort of receipts, and I do have some receipts on a lot of this. Got my TikTok video in the works, so
So that begs the question, with all that being said, and I want to know what y'all think in chat. I really do. By the way, check messages, baby. Not just chat messages.
yeah, yeah.
So that begs the question. All right, does that mean that everybody that you see with this kind of language on maybe a certain podcast or reaction or whatever is a pizza person? No, does not mean that. But they're high enough to where they're actually using this kind of jargon on their own stuff and comfortable with it and speaking in their own languages with other people. If they are that comfortable with that, they are aware there are pizza people within that group. And why are they okay with it? Why are they okay with just keeping their mouth shut and just using these people when they want? If that's the case, why? Because they really want information on somebody and they want to dox somebody, but they're not holding themselves accountable and, you know, just blinding, turning their head to the dark stuff about this. And that's what's wrong. That is what's wrong with society.
So you see how I made these connections, connecting the dots, following the path up and down. See if there's any pawns on a lower level. Figure out who the chess master is up above. You know, guys, follow the breadcrumbs. Learn to understand the language and find out who these people are, man. They're all around you.
Mm-hmm. Even
That's
within the
what's
Creek Squad community and people that are not Creek Squad but are in the country rap community.
yep. And I mean, dude, if it looks like a duck and it quacks like a duck, it's a duck. Just saying. And when you have people who follow the same patterns, their actions are the exact same, their words are the same. When
Mm-hmm.
you're like, that was really fucking inappropriate and disturbing that you fucking said that.
Yep,
You need to get the fuck away and disassociate yourself with that person. If you continue to associate with that person, then that means you accept it.
exactly.
And certain things are excusable because, hey, you know, like, okay, you didn't understand the language. But some of this shit is too fucking blunt and outright exactly what it
In your
fucking sounds
face.
like that
Evil in your
you
face.
cannot deny it. And when it's that simple and that in your face, and you still choose to associate yourself with that person, you are no better than them.
And by the way, I'm gonna say something, and I'm gonna kind of go off here. If you are a woman and you are defending that nasty behavior, there's something wrong with you. You are disgusting. You are just as bad as the men who are thinking about this stuff.
Yep,
Because a lot
doesn't
of the
matter.
time, these women, guess what? They were probably groomed themselves. So they know what it does to somebody underage. But they grow up and they become Ghislaine Maxwell's of the world, don't they? That's disgusting. I don't care if you're a woman or not. If you're a woman, that's bad. That's just as bad.
Absolutely. It doesn't matter who you are, gender, anything. Not a damn bit. But yeah, that's awesome, silly man. That's gooly. That's really fucking cool, dude.
Mm-hmm.
And you be safe out there, dude, for sure. That's some dangerous shit, dude. But
Well, he's talking about. Do you want me to put their link in here, Dylan?
what you talking about?
Um, I think he's talking about like a group
No, he's talking about he's going
of
in as a
artists.
volunteer fireman.
Okay,
Yeah,
maybe I
yeah, that's what I was saying.
misunderstood
Yeah,
because
that's what I
we
was
talked
saying.
about
That's
this on IG. So
oh, gotcha. Unless I'm misunderstanding, but yeah, guys, it all ties together, man. Everything's a bigger picture, man. You know, if you don't understand that we are fighting a war everywhere, all around us, every day, you're not aware of your surroundings.
yeah.
It is a spiritual war.
Mm-hmm.
There are demons all around us. But, when you see some ditty shit, when people talk talk some ditty shit, when they do it, when they act like I said, if it looks and it quacks. It is. So, normal people don't do shit like that.
Exactly.
And these little cults that follow these people, they're all part of it.
Mm-hmm.
Remember anybody see me in any chats anywhere talking about these people are taxis. They're recruiters. These influencers, social media influencers, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, whatever fucking platform, they influence people. Like I
Mm-hmm.
said, you shouldn't be influenced like that. You should be influenced as in you are inspired, but you should not be influenced as in like somebody is swaying you.
Right.
And that's what these people do and how these people react to it. They're trying to sway people, and these people are being swayed.
Mm-hmm.
So they are recruiters. They are recruiters for these little groups. And there's different positions. Some people are just there to build the community, get the numbers up. Other people there are taxis. They're recruiters to bring people in, get them close to some of the lieutenants in the game. And once they get to the lieutenants get them into some darker and deeper shit. Maybe that person isn't really seen anymore after that.
Right. Absolutely. And that reminds me, if you have such a big issue, right, like you say you do, about PDFs, right? And you're like, well, I'm not going to associate with this particular artist because he supported a guy who had a guy who was accused of something of that nature on his panel. So it wasn't even directly related. But you're going to go in chats where they talk about 16-year-olds in sundresses and not say a thing. You're going to associate with that. Get out of here.
Not only associate with it, but try
Hypocrisy.
to defend it, cover it up,
Hypocrisy. Mm-hmm.
excuse it. All of the above.
Mm-hmm.
All of the above.
Hypocrisy.
Like, oh, we can't deny it. Too many people were conscious at the time, actually paying attention. So now we have to excuse it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you already fucking made yourself look guilty as fuck by trying to deny it. You
Mm-hmm.
were fucking there. We all saw you in the fucking chat. You were there, and now you're denying it.
Mm-hmm. And some people won't deny it. They will flip it back around and say, well, it's this artist's fault because he had the wool over my eyes for these years, and I'm not going to let him get in my way anymore. Okay, so what's more important to you? Building past relationships with people that you called pieces of shit for years, who who have very questionable behavior, including PDF stuff, or an artist who shared a video of somebody who had somebody else that could have been a PDF on their panel. Do you see? It's not making sense, you guys. It doesn't make sense. And you know why it doesn't make sense? Because it's a lie. It's a lie. And you know what? Honestly, I truly believe doesn't mean anybody has to agree with me. I believe that these people place themselves there on purpose. And you will see more either music channels or podcasts come up in the future, and they're going to do the same thing. They're going to be so popular and everybody's just going to love them. Then all of a sudden, something's going to happen. And especially if they are big into the country rap genre, they're going to turn on a certain artist. It is a part of their playbook.
Yep. And I just dropped something in the chat there. So, does anybody think taxis might drive through mines or caves?
Mm-hmm.
Can a taxi go through there? I think it can. Everyone's like, taxi couldn't drive through a cave or a mine. See? If you missed it, then you're not understanding the language. If you were here and you were learning the language, hey, we're talking about what a taxi is, translated, then you'd be like, hey, yeah, I understand language. I know exactly what he's talking about. Anybody who just popped in might be like, what the hell is he talking about? A taxi can't drive through a cave. See, right there. If you don't understand the language, you miss a lot. And all it was one word. And Taurus, you're right. It's all about Ryan. And you want to know why? Because he is calling this shit out.
Mm-hmm.
Look at the true crime. That is still making people so upset. Good God. Guys, like, stop trying to act like he attacked the family. Dude, if I was that family, I would want to know exactly what the truth was. I don't think the family honestly wants to, or they're being threatened to stay far the fuck away from anybody who might give them some enlightenment. But something's fishy. Something's off.
Mm-hmm.
All he did was say, hey, something's fishy and something's off. And everyone's like, oh my God, it's the end of the world. This guy's lost his fucking mind. How dare he?
Mm-hmm.
Why the reaction? You are being so reactive. You're showing guilt. Why are you showing guilt? What do you have to be guilty for? All you had to do was zip your fucking lip, and nobody ever would have looked towards you. But
Right.
now you opened your mouth, and you got reactive, and everyone's looking at you now. You're drawing attention to yourself. You start screaming in the crowd, people almost going to turn and look at you, right? You're bringing attention to yourself.
100%.
So, yeah. That's an interesting thought, Taurus. I cannot really speak on that too much. I've been kind of out of the loop on the whole situation. There's no bits and pieces, but that's interesting.
Same here, but from what I see, I mean, I agree. I believe so. Does that make me right? But it's just something in my gut, you know.
Yeah. Dylan said, believe it or not, someone that true crime shit ties into the trauma community. True crime mixed with drama, but it's ran by a bunch of ladies that do some foul shit.
Ooh, Dylan, do you follow Mountain Girl? Because I will tell you, she's kind of She's really good about calling out stuff, but not like name calling or anything like that. She's very respectful, but she's in the true crime community. I would strongly suggest you check her out. She is she is like down to earth, real, um, and she tries to get to the facts of everything. So, but she's kind of touched on that like in some of her lives before a little bit, kind of giving us an idea who aren't in the true crime community to kind of understand that a little bit.
Yeah, I'm gonna drop her link as soon as I can find it.
You get it, baby?
Trying to find it here.
I would strongly suggest y'all follow her if y'all
Yeah,
have.
she is. She is awesome, guys. Big shout out to Mountain Girl. Oh yeah, another thing too, guys. I wanted to say, man, everybody who wants to fucking talk their shit. Damn it, I cannot spell today. Fat finger. But yeah, anybody wanting to talk their shit, dude. We are not part of Just Doing. We have our own show. You're watching it. We have our own
Right?
podcast. We're not part of Just Doing. We've been on their panel. That's it, guys. Like,
They were nice enough to invite us to come on.
yeah, yeah, dude. They're cool dudes. We fucking enjoy kicking it with them. Like, that's it, man. Like, I don't know where you guys are getting your facts. Obviously, you don't watch, so you can't speak on something you're obviously not watching or paying attention to. You know, like, and everybody, like I said earlier, how many times we have mentioned Church's name? Yeah, we've talked about him a little bit in this episode. But dude, for the most part, dude, look at our videos. We're talking about all kinds of other shit out there, the bigger picture shit. Enough people are talking about Creek Squad, man, and shit going on in the independent music and all that. No hate towards them, man. Like, some of this shit needs to be said and exposed. But guys, we gotta stop with the syndication. And I'm not just talking, I'm not talking about anybody specific here. I'm talking period, in general, all across the board. We've gotta stop with syndication. There's a difference between reacting to something, and there's a difference between syndicating content under the guise of a reaction. Okay? When you have nothing of value to add to a video, you do not need to be reacting to it. A reaction should be you critiquing. Like, say it's music. Like, either reacting to it, like showing, like, oh my god, dude, this was great, you know, man, or breaking down, like, yeah, man, I love this part when he said this, or, you know, saying, hey, man, you know, honestly, dude, this stinks, man, I think you could have done this better, but being constructive with the criticism, that's a reaction. When you're just sitting there fucking just talking mad shit for hours to another video, like another like creator's video, guys, you're not creating content. You are syndicating. Does anybody know what syndication is? Like we talked about earlier with Lex and Terry, dude, that was a show that was syndicated to other radio stations that were outside of the area where the show was fucking broadcast. That is how syndication works. And that's what they're doing. And they're calling it reactions. They're calling it content. Or they're calling it, you know, we're talking about this. You're not talking about it. You're fucking spewing bullshit out your fucking mouth. Not making any valid fucking point. You're either lying or just making shit up or getting it facts completely fucking wrong. Just twisting shit to make your fucking narrative fit, and you're just talking mad shit, and most of it either doesn't make sense or is just ridiculously fucking vulgar for no fucking reason, dude.
Mm-hmm.
That's not content. You
No.
are wasting disk space on the internet. You are a
Right.
waste of space.
That, and I'm gonna tell y'all, like, no judgment here. I understand why it started with a particular person, but at least a few of these channels have shown one man almost 7 days a week every time. Now, granted, I understand why that started. Okay. But to keep on with it 7 days a week for years, that's not healthy. I understand like some really wrong stuff was done, but it's not healthy for you. And it's a form of programming, you guys. And what happens when you're programmed? You're no longer who you think you are. Your morals have changed. It's all about you have made and built an altar, and that is higher than everything else. It's a form of false idolatry. You are standing on this one thing, no matter what. You no longer support anybody else. It's F everything else. It's all about this one thing. I don't know if that made any sense.
No, I think it did. But yeah, I mean, it's just it's all so out in the open, and people have just been so desensitized, programmed that
Yeah.
they don't see what's right in front of them.
Right. And I think that's unfortunate for some people because I believe some of these people are very good people and have a very good heart. And I believe that some of these people are just programmed.
You know, some of
They're
them are,
just,
man. Some are
they're
well
just,
aware of their actions, but some
yeah,
are.
some of them are. I agree. But I believe some of them are really good people and they're just about that one thing because this person did horrible things and they kept on seeing it day after day after day for hours and hours and hours and hours.
And like, what would you say about that? Like
What do you
these
mean?
people being programmed, dude, these people, like, it's the demons, man. They're feeding the demons, and they don't even realize that they are. The things they expose themselves to, man. They're opening doorways by following some of these people, by listening to some of their content, by, you know, like exposing themselves to the rhetoric. You know, they're allowing those demons in. But this is another way I feel like people don't realize this is a spiritual battle. And it's a much greater battle. But no, heck yeah, that's cool, Dilly. Heck yeah, man. What kind of guitar you got, bro? But yeah, if anybody's got anything to add, man, you know, welcome to it, man. Like I said, you know, anything's welcome here, man, as long as you're being fucking real. But yeah, guys, the internet's a fucked up place, especially social media, man. By the way, big fuck you, Mark Zuckerberg. But point I was getting to earlier, too, guys. Yeah, we stand with Just Doing, man. We ain't a part of their show, man. You know, but we do stand with them because they speak real shit. So, but we also stand with Upchurch, man.
100%.
Well, Kitty, I think that pretty much sums it up, man. The majority. And we can deep dive on it. Definitely deep dive on this more and break it down some more. But you okay?
Right. I'm drawing a little picture to where they understand what I'm talking about with the altar being built.
Oh, I gotcha.
Okay. So if you have anything else that you, I know Nick was in here. Nick, if you did want to pop on, let us know. Let's see. How can I?
But yeah, guys, anybody who hasn't checked out Just Doing, man, I'll drop their link here in the chat, man. Damn good podcast, man.
In case I didn't say it, I stand with just doing an upchurch too. 100%. I said 100%. I don't know if anybody heard me. I was trying to unmute it
Oh
and
no,
I was
you're
trying at the
good,
same
kid.
time. So,
Yeah, no, you're good, kid. You're good. I know
okay.
you're over there multitasking.
All right. So, that gets knocked over. I don't know if this is going to make a little bit more sense to you guys. Okay. So, I'll try to do this. All right. So, that is where your normal moral
Hold on,
compass
kid.
is.
Let me flip the camera. There we go. Hold on.
Okay. So, that's where your normal moral compass is. Okay. Now, if you have content creators that are putting that input into you, that content will knock over what you have, where you stand with things. They will change your mind. You will see things in a different way. You will justify it because what's happening is down here at the bottom, the content is the new altar. I don't know if that helped. So
No, it's like poison.
it is.
It's
It is, and it's spiritual too.
yeah,
So,
it's changing that chemistry.
absolutely.
Absolutely.
And I will tell you, if you are a person that you're realizing, hey, I don't care whatever it is. I don't care if it's Creek Squad. I don't care if it's country rap. I don't care if it's even somewhere else out there in the world. You watch this, you came across this video, and you're like, maybe that's what's going on. Maybe I'm noticing, like, maybe I'm programmed. If you want to be deprogrammed, you can do it.
Oh, absolutely.
Take time. Look up the ways to deprogram yourself. There are ways to do it. It does take time. Sometimes it can take months for you to get a certain thought out of your head. It can take you months to control your emotions, where these content creators would set up purposefully trigger points to
Yep.
make an emotional response come out of you. So you got to test yourself. You can do it, and if you need help with it or something, we can do another video or whatever. Just put it in the comments.
Heck yeah. But no, that makes perfect sense. Absolutely. That's part of their job, man. They are influencers. Their job is to influence the minors. We ain't talking about people swinging pickaxes, but they were the same miners down in mines, the caves.
Right, that was trippy.
They're highways, man.
Yeah.
They are highways.
So funny, whenever you have the camera flip like this, I look more Latina. Don't I? I look more Latina like this.
I guess so, yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Or more native. Something.
Oh, by the way, guys, don't snort coke on your podcast, okay? If you do, make sure your mic's off, right? Just tip. Trying to help the other podcasters, okay? This is help for anyone else out there. You know, maybe want to start up their own thing. They don't know. Hey, don't be doing rips like that.
Mm-hmm.
Coughing too much, man. Coughing too much.
Oh, goodness.
Shit. Good shit, good shit. But yeah, man, everybody, like I said, just keep your eyes open. See what you see out there, man. You know, we don't have all the answers. We're just trying to figure it out, just like you, man.
100%.
The shoe fits, right?
Right.
But yeah. Well, Katie, I think that's about it for me. What about you?
I think so. And if y'all
Okay.
want like another video, but me going more into the spiritual aspect of all of this, I mean, those are plain concrete everything that he can pull up and he can show you. But if you're more interested in the spiritual warfare behind all of it, let me know. Um,
Heck
I can
yeah.
do a quick little live on that for y'all if y'all need it, if y'all want it.
Heck yeah. Oh, real quick too. I'm gonna pull Jason Newsted here, okay? Does anybody remember Jason Newsted? People used to give him shit because he used to wear Metallica t-shirts, and they're like, "Hey man, you can't be wearing like the t-shirt of the band you're in." Like, dude, who the fuck cares? I still think he was Metallica's best bassist, but
Yeah.
anyway, just because I gotta play it here. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it.
There must be something you're good at. I can put my whole fist in my mouth. Hello? If someone says something bad about you, you don't want to show you.
Also known as Mandalgar of the Northwoods, and in certain company, Austin Osman Strakovartar.
How old are you?
How old are you?
Hello? Let's go out. Okay, hold on. I'm on the other line a second. Don't make that your strong nuts. Hold on. Okay, hurry up. Hey, Trudina. She wants to hang out with me tonight, but she told me not to tell you. Do not come out. Why? You don't want me to tell you.
Don't you have some friends your own age? Someone to drink with? Maybe a girlfriend?
It's all high school, man. It's all high school. Never
This
ends.
isn't your fault. I mean, a man can only take so many wedgies before he goes to pieces. Good luck to you, buddy. And stay away from my son or I'll kick your ass.
Podcast of an angry person and slowly become angry. Why? Because they're constantly feeding you their perspective. They're constantly feeding you lies.
Talk about me, whose name is on the marquee. But yeah, that was some funny shit, man.
Totally. Totally funny.
Oh man, but yeah, it's all high school, man. High school never stopped, never has. It's the same formula. It's the same formula, man. And they want it to last forever. Why do they want it? We're supposed to mature and grow up. We're supposed to become better, learn from our mistakes, man.
Right.
But man, everybody in the chat, man, y'all are fucking the real ones, man. We appreciate y'all so much. We love having you in here. All the content you guys bring, man. Everything you have to say, it's always gold, man. So we love hearing from you guys, man. Everybody, have an awesome weekend. We are doing We Happy Few Part 2 tomorrow on that game we were playing. That game is some deep, trippy shit, man. But
I will try
yeah,
not
man.
to fall asleep.
But if we catch you there, awesome. If not, awesome too, guys. Y'all have a great weekend. And Creek Squad for life, motherfuckers.